Hello students, welcome to the second part of our video on multiplying and dividing fractions. Today we'll focus on dividing fractions. So hopefully you have the same video note with you so that we can continue. All right, let's look at the second half of our page, dividing fractions. So let's record a couple of strategies here, okay? All right, the first one is we multiply the reciprocal. Okay, I'll explain what that means in a minute. Multiply the reciprocal. And then when we get a new answer, we have to simplify or reduce to the lowest terms. Okay? All right, so we've got a new vocabulary here. So let me just highlight that. The reciprocal. Okay. All right, so let's have a look at question 1. 4/7 divided by 3/4. All right, so in a division question, our first fraction doesn't change, okay? But what we want to do is we want to change a division question into a multiplication question. So that's what this is called, multiply the reciprocal. So instead of dividing, we're actually going to multiply. Strange. And the reciprocal simply means is that we flip the numerator and the denominator upside down. So the reciprocal of 3/4 would be 4/3. So do you see what we did? We flipped the numerator and the denominator upside down. This is called the reciprocal. Okay? All right. Well, we know how to multiply. We've mastered multiplication. So we know that step 1, we multiply the numerators. So 4 times 4 is 16. Okay. And then we multiply the denominators, the new denominator. 7 times 3 is 21. Okay. Then we simplify or reduce to the lowest terms. Is there any factor that divides evenly into 16 and 21? Well, 2 is a factor of 16, but is not a factor of 21. 3 is a factor of 21, but is it a factor of 16? No. 4 is a factor of 16. Is it a factor of 21? No. All right, I think this is in its lowest terms. Excellent. That doesn't always work like that, does it? Okay. All right. Question number 2. Let's have a look at question 2. You see there's something different about question 2. Therefore, there is an additional strategy. So let's change to improper fractions. All right, let me move this over here. Change to improper fractions. Now, we've had experience with this from yesterday's video. Okay, so let's have a look at this question. All right, so we have a fraction of 4 5/8. So that is a mixed number. So let's change it into an improper fraction. So we know that we have to multiply the whole number times the denominator. 4 times 8 is, got it? 4 times 8, 28. Okay, 4 times 8 is 28, times 8 is 32. All right, so 4 times 8, 32, plus 5. 32 plus 5 is 37 over 8. Okay? All right. All right, so let's convert this mixed number into an improper fraction. Whole number times the denominator. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Okay, so we have 37 over 8 divided by 7 over 3. Now, remember, step number 1, we multiply the reciprocal. So what this means is we don't change the first fraction. But every time we see a division sign, we want to change it to a multiplication statement. But we can't just multiply the same fraction. We have to multiply the reciprocal. Remember what that means? So we flip the numerator and the denominator. So 7/3 becomes 3/7. Okay? All right. So let's multiply the numerators. What's 37 times 3 using your calculator? I got 111. Does that sound right? 111. And then 8 times 7, I think using my mental math facts, 56. Okay? All right, so we can't leave an answer as an improper fraction. So let's go through our steps to convert it back to a mixed number. So 56 goes into 111. You can use your calculator. You can type in 111 divided by 56, and you should get a whole number of 1. So it only goes in one time, point something something, probably 0.9 or something, right? So 1 times 56 is 56. We do some subtraction, and we get a remainder of 55. So remember what these three numbers mean, right? When we construct our mixed number. The whole number goes here. The remainder is the numerator. And this number over here is the denominator. Okay? So we're ended with a fraction of 1 and 55 over 56. Is there any way to reduce 55 and 56? I don't think so. Okay? So that is our final answer. Okay? All right, so let's have a look at number 3. Number 3 kind of combines all of the skills. Now, if we look at the first fraction, it's an improper fraction. That's what we want. Second fraction is just a proper fraction, even better. The third fraction is a mixed number. So let's change this mixed number into an improper fraction. All right? So the whole number, 1 times the denominator, 1 times 7 is 7. We add the numerator, 7 plus 2 is 9. So this fraction is actually 9/7. So let's rewrite our division question. 3/2 divided by 2/5 divided by, and this is 9/7. Okay? Now remember, the rule for dividing fractions is actually we want to multiply the reciprocal. So the first fraction is not a reciprocal. So the first fraction never changes. Whenever we see a division question, division sign, we change it to multiplication. And because we change division to multiplication, we have to multiply the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 2/5 is 5/2. We have another division question. So we change, the division sign. We change the division sign to multiplication. And because we did that, we have to multiply the reciprocal. So 9/7 flipped upside down. The reciprocal is 7/9. All right. So we've got a nice, handy multiplication question. All right. So let's multiply. Let's go through and multiply the numerators. So 3 times 5 is 15. 15 times 7 is what? 15 times 7 is, I got 105. Can you check my work? 105. And if we like that numerator, let's multiply out the denominators. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. Okay. So we have an answer as an improper fraction. We cannot leave that answer as an improper fraction. So this is why all of those skills that we worked on the previous week, right? The grade 5 and the grade 6 skills, they come back. They're building blocks for grade 7 and grade 8 work. All right, so if you type in 105 divided by 36 on your calculator, you should get a whole number of 2. Okay, it goes in at least 2 times. 2 times 36 is 72. And again, you can use your calculator to help you here. 105, subtract 72, we get a remainder of 33. Okay, remember what these three numbers mean and how they are used to construct your mixed number. So this is the whole number, this is the numerator, and this is the denominator. So that was a lot of work to get to this point. However, we can't just move on. We always have to evaluate that fraction portion. Can it be reduced? I think that there is a factor for both 33 and 36. Can you think of a factor that goes into both 33 and 36? I think 3 does. Okay, so 33 divided by 3 is 11. 36 divided by 3 is 12. Don't forget the whole number. So our final answer is 2 and 11/12. Okay? So now you have all the strategies to solve multiplying and dividing fractions. Hopefully you find it easier than adding and subtracting fractions, which is weird because we always learn adding and subtracting before multiplying and dividing. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.